Look, for definite quantity of a gas at constant temperature, which law is obeyed? Boyle's law. Boyle's law is obeyed when quantity of a gas is fixed and temperature is also constant. Come on, what is the mathematical form of Boyle's law? P varies as 1 upon P. Transfer this V here, so P into V will remain constant. You may think other way, PV equals to mu RT. PV equals to
mu RT.
What is mu? Number of moles. For given quantity of gas, mu is constant. Capital R is already constant. You are talking about constant temperature. Mu, R, T, everything is constant. So P to V should remain constant. Now when P to V, this product remains constant, meaning thereby P1, V1 equals to
P2, V2.
First pressure 3 atmosphere. Second pressure we want to find out. First volume 12 liter. Second volume 9 liter. Leave them in liter only because liter and liter will get cancelled. Whatever is the unit of first pressure, same will be unit of second pressure. Because you have taken P1 as 3 atmosphere, come on, P2 is 4 atmosphere. 12 is 36, 36 upon 9, that is 4. But because this was taken in atmosphere, this will be found in atmosphere. Suppose you are asked to find out this pressure in dyne upon centimeter square, suppose, dyne upon centimeter square. Then first of all, you should convert atmosphere into Newton upon meter square. 1 atmosphere is how many Newton upon meter square? 1.01 into 10 raised to 5 Newton upon meter square. Also called Pascal. Also called
Pascal.
Correct? But once you get the value in Newton upon meter square, how to convert it into dyne upon centimeter square? Just multiply by 10. Multiply by 10. Then value of Newton upon meter square, if you want to transfer it into dyne upon centimeter square, then it should be multiplied with 10. Okay? Hardly sometimes they ask like this, normally they do not do that. Okay? Next. PV equals to N kBT. This is one of the 4 equivalent forms of equation of state for ideal gas. What is capital M? Total number of molecules. Total number of molecules which you want to find out. Just make it subject of the equation. So it is PV upon kB into T. What is the pressure? 1 atmosphere. In Newton upon meter square it is 1.01 into 10 raised to 5 Newton upon meter square. What about volume? Volume they are given 27 meter cube. By chance they are giving in liter suppose, then liter you must convert into meter cube. 1 liter, remember it is 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. Right now volume is straight away given to you in meter cube only, so no problem. What about Boltzmann's constant? 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 joule upon molecule into Kelvin. Joule upon molecule. What about absolute temperature? 27 degrees centigrade. They have given 27 plus 273. How much? 300 Kelvin. Simplify. Answer is 6.58 into 10 raised to 26. This many molecules. Here you should write molecules. Have you written? This many molecules. Write down this many molecules. Read next, number 3. Come on. Average kinetic energy per 1 molecule of any gas is this much. Average 1 by 2 mv square equals to what? 3 by 2 kb into E. Correct? It does not depend on type of gas. It does not depend on
Type of gas.
Correct? Come on. 3 by 2. What about kb? Boltzmann's constant 1.38 into 10 minus 23 joule upon molecule into Kelvin. Absolute temperature, you are given 27 plus 273, so 300 Kelvin. Answer is this many joule, this many weight. Suppose they ask this energy, suppose in electron volt, I have given you everybody that big chart. In that chart you will find this sort of conversion. Look, electron volt value, if it is to be transferred into joule, then this electron volt value should be multiplied with 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So going from electron volt to joule, you will multiply, but speak reverse, going from joule to electron volt, you will divide by the same value, you will divide by the same value. If at all they are in electron volt, then only. Okay, next. Oxygen gas I am taking as gas number 1, hydrogen gas I am taking as gas number 2. You know what have they given? That RMS velocities of hydrogen gas molecule and oxygen gas molecule, they have given equal. VRMS for molecule of oxygen and hydrogen gas, they have given equal. What is VRMS formula? Under root of 3 RT upon M0. Under root of 3 RT upon
M0.
But 3R is constant. For first gas, let it be here T1 and here M01. For second gas, let it be here T2 and here M02. Take square on both the sides. Square on both the sides. So square root will vanish. Square root will vanish. 3R also getting cancelled. So T1 upon M01 equals to T2 upon M02. Come on, this is temperature for oxygen which we want. This is molecular weight of oxygen 32 gram per mole. This is molecular weight for hydrogen gas. It is 2 gram per mole. Both the units must be same. Here also gram per mole, here also gram per mole. Then it will be getting cancelled. The temperature for hydrogen gas they given, come on, 27 degrees centigrade. 27 plus 270, how much? 300 Kelvin. Now 2 16s are 32. 16 into 300, answer is 4800 Kelvin. Wait. Suppose they ask this temperature in degrees Celsius. What will you do? Is minus 273. Correct. Then you will get the value of temperature in degree centigrade. Suppose they ask in degree Fahrenheit. Degree. Then 9 into degree centigrade value. 9 into divided by 5 plus 30 plus multiply by 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Remember? Next. Look, PV equals to mu RT, number of moles, formula is M upon M0. Fine. Find out capital M, P into V into M0 upon R into T. You are talking about given cylinder. Given cylinder has fixed volume. So V is constant. You are talking about given gas for which molecular weight is constant. R is as such constant only. So in the initial condition, let M be M1, let P be P1 and let T be T1. In the final condition, instead of M I am putting M2, instead of P I am putting P2, instead of T I am putting T2. This is the initial mass, this is the mass later on present in the cylinder. Okay. Suppose initial mass is 75 kilograms, suppose, and later on it becomes 50 kilograms. Earlier it was 75, now it is 50. So what is the mass of the gas that has gone out of the cylinder? 25. So how could you get it? 75 minus 50. Simple. Meaning that by initial mass minus later mass. Initial mass was M1, later or final mass is M2. So initial minus final will give you decrease in mass. That is what we want to find out. Now it is M1 minus M2. So it is this minus this. Come on, this minus this. So it is this minus this. When you take this minus this, Vm0 upon R, Vm0 upon R can be taken common. Correct? Inside the bracket, P1 upon T1 minus P2 upon T2. P1 upon T1 minus P2 upon T2. Fine. This volume I must write in meter cube. Given to me is 30 liter. Liter to meter cube multiplied by 10 to minus 3. Molecular weight for oxygen gas, come on, 32 gram per mole. Gram you must convert into kilogram, multiplied by 10 to minus 3. Value of R is 8.314. First pressure is 15 atmosphere. Atmosphere you must convert into Newton upon meter square, multiplied by 1.01 into 10 to 5. First temperature is 27 plus 273, so it is 300 Kelvin. Later, final pressure is 11 atmosphere. Atmosphere you must convert into Newton upon meter square. And final temperature you are given 17 degrees centigrade plus 273, so it is 290 Kelvin. Simplify, answer is 0.141, that many kilograms. Corresponding number of moles. Corresponding number of moles. Mu equals to m upon m0. What is mu? M upon m0. So this is the mass. That is gone out. Suppose they ask that how many moles of oxygen gas has gone out of the cylinder. So mu equals to m upon m0. Better we speak in words. Mass upon molecular weight. Mass upon molecular weight. So this much mass divided by molecular weight. For oxygen 0.032 kilogram per mole. 0.032 32 gram per mole. That is 0.032 kilogram per mole. Okay. So when you divide this value by 0.032, you will get number of moles of oxygen that has escaped from the cylinder. Okay. VRMS is directly proportional to square root of absolute temperature of a gas. Don't you know three formula for VRMS? What is first formula? Under root of 3p by rho. Under root of 3p by rho. Second formula, under root of 3 kBT upon small n. Third and final formula, this one. Under root of 3 RT upon M0. Correct? Everywhere you can see VRMS is directly proportional under root of absolute temperature. Now, because it is direct proportionality, I can write value. At first temperature, the value is, they are given 16 degrees centigrade. Degree centigrade to Kelvin, add 273. At that time, value of VRMS is VRMS1, which we don't know, let it be as it is. At second temperature T2, it so happens that this value of VRMS becomes double than this. So I am writing 2 into VRMS1. 2 into, now these two getting cancelled. 1 upon 2 whole square is 1 upon 4. And when you take square, square root will vanish. This is 289 into 4. T2 will be 289 into 4. Answer is 1156. Come on, that many Kelvin. Next. Hydrogen gas, I am taking gas number 1. Oxygen gas, gas number 2. VRMS equals to under root of 3 RT upon M0. They are talking about two different gases, but they are talking about same temperature. Same temperature. So look here, T is constant. Universal gas constant is as such constant only. So you think of relation between this and this, correct? So VRMS is proportional to 1 upon under root M0. 1 upon under root M0. Inverse proportionality, so 1 to 2, 1 to 2, fine. What is molecular weight for oxygen gas? 32 gram per mole. Molecular weight for hydrogen gas, 2 gram per mole. 32 upon 2, 60. Square root is 4. Transfer this. So VRMS1 is 4 times VRMS2. 4 times VRMS2. So RMS velocity of a molecule of hydrogen gas is 4 times RMS velocity of molecule of oxygen gas. Okay, next. RMS equals to under root of 3p by rho. 3 as it is, whatever pressure, 1 atmosphere, it is 1.01 into 10 raised to 5 Newton upon meter square. Whatever density of hydrogen, they are given 8.9 into 10 minus 2 kilogram per meter cube. Say,
kilogram per meter.
Suppose they give in CGS. How would you transfer it into MKS? I am showing you. Look, density of hydrogen, suppose they give this way, 8.9 into 10 raised to minus 5 suppose. But they will give you gram per centimeter cube. Correct? Now, how to convert this into kilogram per meter cube? So simple. 8.9 into 10 raised to minus 5. The multiply, whatever is given to you, you must keep it as it is. 1 gram is how many kilogram? 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. Come on. 1 centimeter is 10 raised to minus 2 meter. And now, cube of it, okay, cube of it. Now tell me, this is 8.9 into 10 raised to minus 5 as it is, minus 2 into 3, everybody, minus 6, going up will become plus 6. So it is 10 raised to minus 3 as it is, and minus 2 into 3 minus 6, going up will become 10 raised to plus 6, 10 raised to plus 6. And now kilogram upon meter cube. Correct? Come on. 6 minus 3. 3. 3 minus 5. Minus 2. 8.9 into 10 raised to minus 2. 8.9 into 10 raised to
Minus 2.
8.9 into 10 raised to
Minus 2.
kilogram per meter. Okay? Come on. Now, this answer is 1845. Unit of velocity is meter per second. Next. Look, P equals to n kBt. What is small n? Molecular number density. Molecular
Number density.
that is total number of molecules divided by total volume. Find out n. P upon kb into t. L bar, mean free path. Mean
Free path.
1 upon root 2 pi n d square. What is n? P upon kb into t. What is n? P upon. Now denominators will become numerator. Now Boltzmann's constant 1.38 into 10 raised minus 23 joule upon molecule into Kelvin. Absolute temperature 0 plus 273, so it is 273 Kelvin. Root 2 1.414, pi value 3.14. Pressure 1 atmosphere, so it is 1.01 into 10 raised to 5 Newton upon meter square. Diameter is double than radius. Double than radius. Radius you are given 0.5 angstrom. Convert it into meter. Multiply 10 raised to minus 10. Don't forget to make it squared. Okay. You are finding mean free path, which is some sort of distance. Unit of distance is meter. Next. Kb is constant, root 2 pi is constant. For a molecule of given gas, diameter is constant. So now think of relation of L bar with T and P. So L bar, if you remove remaining proportionality constant, if you remove, then you may write L bar proportional to T upon P. L bar proportional to T upon P. With T, it is in direct proportionality relation. With P, it is in inverse proportionality relation. For direct proportionality, come on, 1, 2, 1, 2. For inverse proportionality, 1, 2, 2. First value of mean free path, they are given as L. Second value we want. First temperature is T, second temperature is 2T. First pressure is P, second pressure they are given P by 2. Come on, PP will cancel, TT will cancel. So 2 will come down 1 by 4. Find out L2 bar, it will be 4 into L, 4 into L. Second value of mean free path is 4 times the first value of mean free path. Okay, next. Look, L bar is 1 upon root 2 pi n d square. Mean free path formula 1 upon root 2 pi n d square. Root 2 pi n. Molecular number density for air, they are given 3 into 10 raised to 25 molecules per meter cube. Diameter of air molecule, they are given 2 angstrom, converted into meter multiplied by 10 whole square. Answer is 1.88 into 10⁻⁷. Unit of distance is meter. They have also asked number of collisions per 1 second. Let me remind you the formula of total number of collisions. In t time, total number of collisions, let it be capital N dash. It is this much, root 2 pi n d square v bar into t. Take this t down. Okay, so it is n dash upon t. Total number of collisions divided by total time will give you number of collisions per 1 second, which we require is this much. Now root 2 pi value written, n is how much? 3 into 10 raised to 25 molecules per meter cube. Come on, diameter 2 angstrom, convert into meter multiplied by 10 whole square. V bar is average speed, which they are given 10 raised to 3 meter per second. All the values in SI unit. Come on, these many collisions per second. So answer is this much, collisions per second. Per second is second inverse, second inverse. Okay. Suppose you are asked to find out in 1 minute, this many collisions in 1 second, and in 1 minute that is in 60 seconds. How many collisions will take place? This into 60, this into 60. As in 1 hour, this you may multiply by 36 minutes. Got it? Now, I am giving you 15 minutes. Work it out very seriously. You may take the help of textbook, no problem. Okay? You have to solve all these questions. Okay? See what you have to find out here. A relation between P1 and P2. Which pressure is greater, which pressure is smaller. Similarly, relation between two temperatures. Okay. Here you have to find out density, final value of density. Here these two vessels are connected. This is communicating vessel. Here it is in the form of a tube. But the same gas is present in both the vessels. Same gas is present. Here volume is double than this volume. Here mass is m, then here mass is how much? That is what you have to find out. Here temperature is 100 Kelvin, the temperature is 200 Kelvin. All the given required information is mentioned on the board. Okay. Then here you are asked to find out temperature of nitrogen. Okay. You must be knowing molecular weight for nitrogen. 28 gram per mole. 28 gram per mole. For oxygen, everybody knows 32 gram per mole. Okay. There are two different vessels. Pressure, volume, temperature for this vessel, pressure, volume, temperature for this vessel. Then they have asked the ratio of total number of molecules in first to second vessel. N1 upon N2 you will find out. This capital N means total number of molecules. Then for ideal gas at constant pressure, dV upon dt divided by capital V is how much? Then here you are asked to find out energy associated with thermal motion. This is a very good one. Then number 9 is also a good one. I have written here. In terms of N1, N2, N3, and in terms of T1, T2, T3, you have to find out the temperature of mixture. Temperature of mixture. Universal gas constant value I require, but the unit is different. It is now liter atmosphere upon mole Kelvin. Liter atmosphere upon mole Kelvin. I am giving you 15 minutes. Work it out very seriously. Okay? I will solve each and every question. I will solve, but before that you try it. Look. For a graph of y versus x, what is the slope? dy by dx. For a graph of y versus x, what is the slope?
dy by dx.
But if that graph is a straight line, and if it is passing through origin, instead of dy by dx, you may say y upon x. Say
y upon x.
Say
y upon x.
How to find this graph? Is it not a straight line?
Yes.
Is it not passing through origin?
Yes.
So what is the slope here? You may say dv upon dt. Say
dv upon dt.
or v upon dt. Say
v
dV upon dt, what you may say?
V upon T.
Wait. Don't write, at present you don't write. PV equals to mu RT. Correct? Come on. We want V upon T. V upon T. For this graph, P is constant equal to P1. For this graph, P is constant equal to P2. So just find out V upon T. V upon T. It is mu R upon P. Correct? Now tell me. This mu is constant. I have written here for given quantity of given gas. For given quantity, number of moles is constant. R is already constant. So now this V upon T is inversely proportional to P. So V upon T is inversely proportional to P. Correct? Transfer this P here and transfer this V upon T down. So P is inversely proportional to 1 upon V upon T. Correct? But what is V upon T? Just now I said it is slope. It is slope. So pressure is inversely proportional to slope. Inversely proportional to slope. Slope is sometimes measured by tan theta. Slope is measured by
Tan theta.
where theta is angle made by a given straight line graph with x-axis. Compared to this theta, this theta is more. Correct? So compared to tan theta here tan theta is more. So slope here it is more. Slope for this graph is more. If slope is more, pressure will be less. So here pressure is less. So P2 less than P1. Everybody.
P2 less than P1.
Speak in reverse. P1
greater than
say
P1 greater than P2.
Here also for given quantity of given gas. What should be slope here? P upon rho. Say
P upon rho.
Don't you know? Look. P equals to rho RT upon M0. Remember this formula?
Yes, sir.
Find out P upon rho. P upon rho. It will be RT upon M0. But R and M0 for a given gas molecular weight is constant. R is constant only na? So this slope is proportional to T. Proportional to T. Therefore, P upon rho is proportional to T. You may write reverse also. T proportional to P upon rho. But here P upon rho means what? Slope. P upon rho means what here?
Slope.
So T is proportional to slope. So greater is the slope, greater is the temperature. Greater is the slope,
Greater is the temperature.
compared to this graph. For this graph, slope is more. Slope is
More.
So this temperature must be greater. T1 greater than T2. T1
Greater than T2.
PV equals to mu RT. Correct? Instead of mu, can I write M upon M0? Correct? Into RT. Now here, you just read it again. The vessel is closed. So in a closed vessel, whatever quantity of gas is confined, its mass will remain constant. Its mass will remain constant. So look here, mass is constant, R is constant. For a given gas, this molecular weight is also constant. So you may write now P into V is proportional to T. P into V is proportional to T. But they are talking about density. Anna? Huh? Same thing I'm using now. Earlier we had written P equals to rho RT upon M0. Look here. P equals to rho RT upon M. Correct? Now tell me. For a given gas, molecular weight is constant. R is constant only. Now P is proportional to rho into T. P is proportional to
Rho into T.
Fine. When P is proportional to rho into T, come on. P1 upon P2 will be equal to rho 1 T1 upon rho 2. Correct? Now, come on. Pressure is made double. So instead of P2, you write 2 P1. Temperature is made 4 times. So instead of T2, you write 4 T1. And find out rho 2 in terms of rho 1. Find out that.
2 times.
No. So, so not is not 2 into rho 1. It is rho 1 by 2. Got it? See, from here also you're going to get the same result. Once you take this volume down, mass upon volume will be density. It is the same formula. Got it? Rho 2 equals to rho 1 by 2. Read number 4 now. See, there is a passage which is open. Now, pressure in this entire volume must be constant. Because otherwise, what will happen? If here pressure is higher, here pressure is lower, then gas will flow from high pressure to low pressure. But after some time, what must have happened? Pressure in the entire volume must have remained constant. Correct? So P is constant. P is constant. Now temperatures are different, volumes are different, masses are different. Only pressure is constant. Now tell me. P into V equals to mu RT. Correct? But mu is also m upon m. For a given gas, molecular weight is constant. Same gas is present. Same gas is present in both the vessels. M0 is constant. R is constant. Volumes are different. Pressure is constant. So now tell me, V is proportional to m into T. P is constant. M0 is constant. R is constant. V is proportional to m into T. So from here, come on, V1 upon V2 equals to m1 T1 upon m2 T2. Correct? Come on. Put V1 equals to 2V2. Put m1 equals to m. Put V2 as it is, and m2 we have to find out. We have to find out. What about T1? T1 is 100 Kelvin. T2 is 200 Kelvin. Put it here. Find out m2. We get it m by 4. M by 4. M by 4. Say number 5 now. In the same order, volume available to both the gases will be same. So V is constant. V is
Constant.
Mass for both the gases. Here also 1 gram. Here also 1 gram. Mass is also constant. Now come on. Pressure of the oxygen gas and nitrogen gas also they are given same. We are given temperature of oxygen. We have to find out temperature of nitrogen. Come on. Everywhere you must use this now. PV equals to mu RT. Now P into V. Come on. Mu is m upon m0 into RT. Pressure they are given same. Right? Pressure is same. What about mass? Mass is also constant. Then R is constant. M0 molecular weight is different for different gases. So now V is proportional to T upon M. T upon M0. Come on. So V is also constant. V is also constant for the same model. So now T upon M0 should remain constant, or you may transfer this M0 here. So implies that
T is proportional to M0. When you transfer M0 here, T is proportional to M0, then T1 upon T2 will be equal to M01 upon M02. Take oxygen gas as first gas, whose temperature you are given 15 degrees centigrade. 15 plus 273, which is 288 Kelvin. This is T2. Temperature of nitrogen. What about molecular weight for oxygen? 32. For nitrogen it is 20. Simply find out T2. And because in first temperature you are given for oxygen in degree centigrade, for nitrogen also you must find out in degree centigrade. First of all you get it in Kelvin. First of all you get it in Kelvin. Then subtract 273. Minus 21 degrees centigrade. Perfect. Minus 21 degrees centigrade. In Kelvin how much it is? 252 Kelvin. 252 Kelvin. Correct? Fine. Say number 6 now. Don't you know this equation? Come on. P into V equals to N KB into T. Correct? Come on. Ready for first and second vessel. For the first vessel, come on. Here T1, V1 and here N1, T1. For the second vessel, P2, V2 equals to N2, KB into T2. Take the ratio. So P1, V1 upon P2, V2 equals to N1, T1, correct, upon N2, T2. Correct? What is P1? P1 is P. What about V1? V1 is V. What about P2? It is 2P. What about V2? V by 4. That equals to N1 upon N2 I require. What about first temperature? Here in first vessel T. What about temperature in the second vessel? 2T. Right? Find out N1 upon N2. 4. This 2 and this 2 will cancel. This 4 going up. V is getting cancelled. P also. T also. So N1 upon N2 is 4. N1 upon N2 is 4. For ideal gas at constant pressure, which law is obeyed? Charles law. V proportional to T. Implies that if you write proportionally constant capital K into T, differentiate on both the sides with respect to capital T. So it is not dV upon dt. K is constant. D by dt of T is 1. K into 1 is K. Just take the ratio of this to this, this to this. Therefore, the ratio which I require is dV by dt upon V. This upon V. Okay? So it is this upon this. This upon this. It is this upon this. So it is now K upon K into T. K and K will get cancelled. So 1 upon T. 1 upon T. So answer here is 1 upon T. What is the internal energy formula? Mu F RT upon 2. Correct? What about pressure formula? Rho RT upon M0. Correct? So just find out RT upon M0 from here. Just a minute. You may write mu equal to M upon M0. M upon M0. I am writing here M upon M0. M upon M0. Number of degrees of freedom, you should take 3. Because you want internal energy for energy associated with thermal motion. Energy associated with thermal motion is the energy in the form of translational motion. So you should go for only translational motion. And for only translational motion, what is number of degrees of freedom? Only 3. So F is 3. And into RT upon 2. Now tell me, 3R upon 2. 3 by 2 I am writing. Then, look, I am writing this way, 3 by 2. Then I am writing R. Then, come on, wait. 3 by 2. Then RT upon M0. I can find it out from here, correct? So, come on. 3 by 2, then into M. 3 by 2 M are written and into RT upon M0. Into RT upon M0. RT upon M0 you can find out from here. It is P upon rho. So it is P upon rho. Right? You know mass. Mass is how much? 1 kg. What about pressure? 8 into 10 raised to 4 Newton upon meter square. What about density? 4 into 10 to 4 kilogram per meter. 4 kilogram per meter. Find out this energy in Joule. Find out. How much it is?
3 into 4.
3 into 10 raised to 4 Joule. Perfect. 3 into 10 raised to 4 Joule. What is it? Rate number 9. In a given vessel, if you fill up only first gas, temperature is T1, molecular number density for first gas N1, small n1. Then you just vacate it, correct? Make it empty completely. In the same vessel, fill up now second gas, right? Then third. And now what we do in the same vessel, we just fill in all the 3 gases at a time. So we will have mixture. Now they are asking what would be the temperature of that mixture. Quite simple, look here. The resultant pressure is this much. Total pressure is summation of partial pressures. Total pressure is summation of partial pressures. Don't you know formula of P? It is N kBT. N kBT. The small n is molecular number density. Now for P1 I am writing N1 kB T1. For P2 N2 kB T2. For P3 N3 kB T3. Correct? What is N? Total number of moles. Total number of moles. Don't say this is molecular number density. Say molecular number density. But that is for the mixture. For the mixture. Wait. For the mixture, what is total number of molecules? In the first case, let it be N1. For the second case, come on, N2. For the third case, N3. And total volume I am taking capital. Can I divide separately? This upon this plus this upon this plus this upon. Can I do that?
Yes, sir.
So what is N1 upon V? Small n1. What is N2 upon V?
Small n2.
What is N3 upon V?
Small n3.
So instead of N, I am putting N1 plus N2 plus, and here I am putting. So N1 plus N2 plus N3 into Kb into T. Correct? And that equals to, come on, N1 Kb into T1 plus N2 Kb into T2 plus N3 Kb into T3. Throughout the equation, what you can cancel? Kb. Boltzmann constant getting cancelled. And now find out T. It will be N1 T1 plus N2 T2 plus N3 T3 upon N1 plus N2 plus N. Right. Lastly, you make subject of the equation capital T, which is temperature of the mixture. Look, PV equals to mu RT. If I require capital R, make it subject of the equation PV upon mu into T. Correct? Come on. Pressure I am taking 1 atmosphere only. Leave it in atmosphere because finally in the unit I want atmosphere. Volume I am taking 22.4 liter. And this much is the volume at STP for 1 mole. So mu I must take 1 mole. At STP what is the temperature value? 273. Now this upon this if you find out then answer is 0.082. Correct? And what about unit? Unit will be, come on, liter atmosphere. Say liter atmosphere upon mole Kelvin. Upon mole Kelvin. Liter atmosphere upon mole Kelvin.